It's now week 6 of the Pro Chess League 2020, and we're back with our regular coverage. As I mentioned, Yasser couldn't be here commentating, but I'm here, and we're doing the Canada Chessbrahs against the Chicago Wind. For the Chessbrahs on board 1, we've got Alexander Grischuk. He's played the most games of anyone in the whole league, of any player on any team, and he hasn't lost a single game yet. Board 2, we got Grandmaster Alireza Firouzja, who's returning this week. He played last week as well. Board 3, we got Grandmaster Ivan Šarić. We can't sugarcoat it. He's had a rough PCL this year, but Ivan definitely needs to get his confidence back, his mojo. Board 4, we got Eric Hansen, and we are playing against the Chicago Wind. Board 1 is Grandmaster Ray Robson. Then we got Grandmaster Jorge Corey. We have Grandmaster Alexander Shimanov and Grandmaster Andrew Tang. So you may recognize some of these players: Robson, Corey, Shimanov. These guys are all at Webster, the chess school. That's the roster we're up against today. You got Grischuk, fully shaved, and he just looks like he looks like he's ready to do some damage. I've actually never seen this, by the way. Knight h5, g3, knight f6. So strange. And yeah, okay, so he's totally redoing his pieces. Imagine this position. You know, how many of us would realistically play knight b8, c6, bishop e7? It's like I'm undeveloping every single piece that I just moved. It's crazy. Okay, so if he goes back, then g6. This makes some sense. Okay, Firouzja, knight takes h6, king g7. We're expecting, and I mean, you've got to be happy with it. He's gonna throw in knight f5, I guess, but there's bishop takes f5. Firouzja won his game. That's just incredible. King g7, and I was saying after knight there, it's just bishop takes. He was thinking maybe pawn takes, and okay, the queen is safe, some knight g5, I don't know. But bishop takes, and you're still hitting the queen. The queen is trapped. I mean, that's just a crush. That's like a 20-move victory. What in the heck happened here? What the hell happened? How did a rook get over there? Queen d2, knight b6, queen a5, and simply dropping a piece after queen a5. Because knight d5, to try to get out of that, is rook takes d5, which is evidently what happened. And okay, he's trying to play bishop d8, some trick, but I don't know. There's nothing. There's nothing. I mean, you're just down a full piece, guys. Board 3, Ivan Šarić picked up a piece early on. His opponent missed a pretty easy tactic. He just wasn't paying attention. Ivan capitalized, converted that extra piece. c7 is hanging. Queen b6 played. Eric's looking for that f4 pawn now. If g5, there's knight f6. So he's going to play f3, right? He just has to. Knight d6, I mean, if you grab the pawn, queen d4 is the idea. And black's offered a draw here. Black has offered a draw here. So he wants this, queen there, and there's no f3 because it's pinned. And knight f6, there's queen takes f6. And he goes knight g5. I like the decision from Eric. Let's go. Let's go. Bishop there is a great move. Queen there. There's no perpetual. Bishop g6, and he just wants to play this. Yeah, he can play e7 here. Because check and check, you just take and queen. Yeah, e7 from Eric. Queen. Queen. Yeah. This is winning. Eric's going to win that game. Wow. It's literally down to the wire. He blundered, but if he takes back, he's going to have 3 pawns. And he's going to play g4. Yeah. This is not over. This is not over, but that was a big blunder by Sasha. He just blundered a piece there, completely forgot about it. Andrew's going to grab a bunch of pawns there. Maybe king g2. Is it still winning? It might be winning here. Not sure. It's looking a little more drawish. That rook f8 move wasn't necessary. Okay, and he's going to check and go here. There's rook d... No, there's no rook d5. King d3. Okay, but that allows king e1. Okay, and I guess you just got a queen. I think it's going to be a draw now. I'm pretty confident. Pretty confident that this is going to be a draw. Maybe king e2. Yeah. He's going to try to go here, but I don't think it works. Even c6 is probably playable. And just c7, c8 after rook f3. Ooh, rook there. Ooh, ooh. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Oh.
Wow, holy fuck.
Oh, my God. Oh, that was Randy. Oh. And he slipped up with his c6 move because after rook a4, it's so tricky because if he went up here, he was planning to check, and the only other move is there, and then the king is cut off too far. Wow. With a 4-0 start, guys, you gotta be feeling the love, feeling the energy right now. We're off to a fantastic start. White's king, I think it looks totally safe. Is he maybe gonna have to play rook takes c3 move just to stop knight e4? This to me is one of those games, and there you go. I think it's fair to say that Ivan should be a little bit worse here. No question about it. Even bishop f6 here looks pretty strong because I don't see any threats after black takes here. Queen e7 just played this. This has a very bad feeling to it, but I think is he just taking with the pawn next? So that bishop's hanging. I guess rook there is coming, but he's even the material. I know the queen got involved there, but still. Still, it looks like Ivan did a good job. Yeah. King up. I mean, if that knight moves, you got queen c2. Rook g1 is the only other attempt, but after pawn takes, your queen's covering g5 as well. I think he did a good job. And with 7 seconds, is Ivan going to play for the win here? No, he's going to take a draw. Okay, we're up 4-0. We'll take those results. He's just played queen f4. He's got that pawn protected, and that bishop on e8 is 100% stuck. Like, it is not able to move for the entire game. It looks like Firouzja is about to win. He just played rook d7. Takes, you're going to get a queen. That is a win. Firouzja against Tang. Big matchup there. Big win for Firouzja. Man, and this is just a whole bunch of shuffling. Caused him to exchange the queens on e4 because rook c8 was coming, and pretty much the difference was that bishop on a8. That bishop on a8, the whole game just wasn't playing, and yeah. Nice conversion there from Firouzja. And Eric is fighting here, but very, very tough. That bishop is pretty much trapped in there. This looks like Eric is probably going to lose this position. Okay. Here. Some b5 move? I don't know. Yeah, tough position. There's mate coming, a mate threat coming to the c6 square. Isn't going to work out. Bishop c4, rook c6, takes, rook takes, and it's just not going to work out. Unfortunately, these connected pawns are winners. 5 seconds. What a difficult endgame. What a difficult endgame. What does he do now? Probably king e3, but black has this. Well, that's an idea, but also rook back to f1. How's he going to play for the win here? He needs the rook somewhere else. Oof. Rook there, king there. He's going to play rook back. I don't think he can move the knight. Okay, rook g6. He's going to go for this with rook f6. This is still good. If king here though, there's knight b5, king there, knight takes d4. I don't know if he wants to go for that. Is it just a draw at this point? Just a draw. Eric ended up losing his game. So the round was 2-2 overall between the Chessbrahs and the Wind. And that means that the overall score goes to 6-2 now for the Chessbrahs. What the heck happened here was f3, bishop c2, rook f2. This was what I was mentioning, is that when it gets so tactical and just insane, I feel like this is where Firouzja thrives. So what's the material? Firouzja can play knight e4 next with some serious threats. And meanwhile, there's a bishop hanging, and he's only down the exchange. Queen g6 wants to take the bishop. Bishop back to d4, and I think he wants knight e4 next. Don't forget, that bishop on d1 is sitting there just hanging. It looks to me like he should be pretty comfortable. If queen takes d1, rook takes, bishop takes d6 is the idea of Ray. I guess knight e4. Yep, he did that. So knight f6, king there. And what does Alireza have in store here? He somehow needs to get his queen into the game. Meanwhile, we had knight d7, knight e5. 7 seconds for Ray Robson, 12 for Firouzja. This game is going to be wild. I don't even know how it's going to finish. g4 here. 3 seconds. He's got to make a move. Queen G5, King G3. Is there King G3, F4 stuff? He's got to make a move. Oof. Move that king. What a tense game. 10 seconds to 4 seconds. This is hanging. Dark squares are weak. No, this is definitely better for Ray now. No question. This moves into position. Barely got that move off. Rook D8, though. Rook D8. No, this can't work. Ray's going to find a tactic here, right? Okay, King E2, Queen takes, and Firouzja knows this game's probably lost, and he does resign it. Sharich, what the heck is happening here? Takes. There's a Queen E1 in the position, but also Bishop C4. Feels like it should happen. These pieces not being developed is really hurting. Sharich's time is ticking. If he moves that knight, by the way, I'm really scared of Queen F8, Queen E5 as well. If Queen there, I think there's Bishop E2. This is a tough position for Ivan to play. Queen D4. Now he's not trading queens 100%. So Knight D5 is possible, but I think Queen E7 or Queen C7 look good. Tough to play. Maybe here and here. I think that's what I would do. Queen F6, because if there you have Rook G8. Yeah, Queen F6 here. We're going to get back to the other results. Sharich won in the background. I don't know what the heck happened over there, because that was a big turnaround. So this was good. I liked Queen F2, Queen F6. He got that exchange. Rook takes, and then it all turned around here. Suddenly Black's pieces are mobilizing. He's just taking everything. And what a fun little checkmate here. King there should probably be played, but still, there's no mate threats to Black's king. And he's at this point, he's just up 2 pawns. So he goes there, though, and blunders Bishop F3 mate. And my goodness. Grischuk, how does he win these? King there? Oh, wait a minute. King A5? I think he's still winning. King A5, he takes and goes king there. It's still winning. Still winning. King B8, King A6. That's just ridiculous. That's just ridiculous. He's going to win this game. He's going to win this game. I'm trying to think of the tricks. No. He's trying to think of them as well. He's like looking up. Just incredible. Like, it's just insane. So there, King D8, King F7. King there, D7. I mean, the things Sasha's doing in the endgame. The things that Sasha is doing in the endgame are disgusting, guys. Just disgusting. I saw it around here. I was like, okay, it's probably, he's probably doing his thing. And then he got this pawn all the way to G6. And then suddenly, the king walks in. And it's just winning. Eric lost his game on board 4. Eric's game at the end. Yeah, we knew this one was going to get a little messy. And, okay, at this point, it was just that pieces were hanging. So even Queen E8 or Queen F8, there's Rook takes F7 for white. So that's why it was just a forced loss there. That means it's another 2-2 result. So round 3 goes 2-2. And that means the overall score is 8 points for the Chessbrahs to 4 points for the Chicago Wind. Grischuk's bringing out the Berlin guys. How are you not going to be happy with that? I mean, we only need a draw. I think he's making the right choice. A team player going for the 0.5. Yes, sir. There we go. The pressure's off. We got the match victory. Grischuk securing the draw early on. And another undefeated week for Grischuk. He's just so relaxed. He's laughing, having a good time. Like, he doesn't care. He just played Rook D8, Knight G4. So I think he's looking at Knight takes H6. Yes, takes. Rook takes G5. King there. And what's the move now? Queen D1. Queen D1 looks like a really good move. Because you're threatening Rook H5. And you're also threatening Rook takes D8. And if you take here, then the queen takes back, and you're threatening the knight and the king. So, but actually, okay, Queen D1 takes, there's F6. Huh. Yes, and there's no time to take this because the rook is hanging and there's no threat anymore. Sorry, I should say queen d1 definitely could work because of this. How do you stop this move? It's just by force. Okay, so he took and played queen c7, and then rook d1 played. You got to watch out for check and mate after king h7. Knight d7. But now he's keeping his piece. He's being very tricky here, and his opponent has less than a minute. So I feel like Firouzja could still win this, because if queen d8 check, there's queen f8. Queen d8, queen f8. And somehow he's staying in the game? Barely. Just barely. So after queen f8, first of all, there's a draw with rook check, rook check. Don't think he's going to be super excited about that. There's also rook check, queen check if he wants. He's going to take that draw, it looks like. Yep, he's going to take that draw, guys. Yeah. Board 3. Ivan Charic with a draw in his game against Alexander Shimanov. Eric, on the other hand. What's happening in Eric's game? A4, C4. And after takes. Well, it looks like Eric just crushed this game. Because after C4, E5, I mean, there's no way this is good for Tang. Maybe I'm overestimating, but I just saw this, that square was covered, and then he was doing fine, and then all of a sudden it flipped on its head. Maybe it didn't flip at all. Maybe Tang had this all planned out, and that this sacrifice was good, because he's threatening bishop f3 and queen a3. But to me, it almost looked like the flow was there for Eric's position, and then boom, he takes this pawn back, not even thinking, oops, bishop takes, and queen d2 is just winning the rook. So yeah, no, not sure about that. Checking back that line, it looked like, you know, he was just kicking the knight out. But hey, maybe this is actually just a really strong tactic. For example, knight e5. Let's just have a quick look here. How to finish this off? I'm not sure. b2 and knight a2, rook d1. There we go. There we go. Because queen a1 is like a huge threat. You have to stop it. And after knight a2, then yeah, rook d1 and the queen hangs there. So wow, nice tactics there by Tang. So Eric just missed that this move was just so strong. C takes b3. Okay, so in the end, he took back, and yeah, I mean he's in a rough position here. Now the time's ticking down. He's down a pawn as well, and the bishop is much stronger than the knight. So we'll see what Eric can do. But ooh, bishop c6. Queen takes, and knight e2. So Eric just pulled a piece out of nowhere. Queen g3, rook c2, queen takes f4, a5, bishop c6. Just a huge blunder. Okay, rook takes h3. So after rook c4, I was thinking king a5 was the only move. Yeah, so Eric goes rook c4. King a5, it has to be. Dang, you got 2 seconds, dude. You got to move something. He just resigned. Well, Eric's going to take that win for sure, but I don't know why he didn't play king a5. In that round, we did win the round as well, 2.5 to 1.5 in round 4. And then also, overall, the final score is 10.5 to 5.5 for the Canada Chessbrahs. We confirmed our participation in the playoffs, so that's for sure. It was looking like we were going to make it anyway, but you know, this just puts it at 100%. We got Nakamura's team, the New York Marshals, next week. It's always competitive, always good matches with those teams, and we're going to try to field the strongest lineup that we can.